Hey, good morning, everybody. Today I'm going to talk about a to-do list. And instead of a to-do list, it's the end of the day. Some of you in the 12-week year, welcome. My name is Mikeworth, and I am your hostess for the 12-week year accountability group. And thank you. Thank you for showing up. And thank you for doing the things that are important to you. And so today, I often talk about uh, right? How do we count the wins? This is my win box. So this is already, I'm recording this in the middle of the year. So these are all the lists from all the days. I just, at the end of the day, when everything is checked off, I just put it in. And sometimes that list is just the things that I actually got done. And but they're done. So I have this whole little container that's by my desk that just stacks up to all the wins of all the days. And I guess what? Sometimes you forget that you did all of that stuff. And so what a to-do list is it's really the chance for you to practice really focusing on taking notes differently. Some of you are not learning the other way that, right, to go, I'm going to put it on my schedule and I'm going to plan it and I'm going to do it that way. If there's a block for you on that, then let's reverse engineer it. Let's look at, because you wouldn't get here. Nobody gets to this moment and doesn't have some strategy that's working for them. So start to write down what you did get done today. I did this, I did this, I did this, I did this. And I really encourage people to kind of run it through hour by hour, because what I learned from that in my own self is I learned that it takes me an hour to write case notes after I've done a long session with somebody. So, but I wasn't counting that hour. I just kept feeling like I was behind. Oh, guess what? It takes an hour to do that. So sometimes looking at what you're doing gives you information on how to do something better. It allows you to go, here's my natural process. And that natural process is also what is going to help you build the future that you want, because no one in ever is doing nothing. That you may be avoiding stuff, you may be uncomfortable about stuff, you may be running out of time, you may not have the energy, but you're doing something. So let's find out what the somethings are that you're doing and start writing them down. Sometimes we find out that you're actually spending 16 hours a week cooking. Sometimes we find out that you're spending 16 hours a week just watching TV with your family. That these are great things to do. These are also things that are perhaps rewarding to you. So a to-do list is really at the end of the day, right? Just going, what did I get done today? Right? Just writing it down, finding out what's there, and just kind of looking at what you got done today. I find that here's a different one as well. I find that I really do get a lot done in a day. But when I am planning it, sometimes it doesn't work. So sometimes I just need a to-do list. Like, where did my day go? Let me just take a minute and figure out what got done today. And what that automatically does is it builds a queue in for the next day. So there's the secret tip of a ta-da, right? That's why it's not a to-do, do. A to-do list is at the end of the day. That's everything that I got done. So a to-do list also gives you a mental cue for, because it's counting. It's saying, hey, these things counted because I put them on the list. And then your brain goes, oh, this is a list of important things. We're watching these things. And then it will cue your mind to go, oh yeah, this has to kind of get done soon. So it also is a queuing system to say, oh, okay, that's going to have to do that. It will also be a system for you to understand time. So to go, gosh, it took me 3 hours to do that task, right? So when I write down, hey, I had to write case notes, I want case notes to be done well because I need those notes for later. Because by the time I see that customer again, I've had sometimes 30 days, 40 days, 70 days. sometimes a year. And the better my case notes are, the more I can come back into that conversation. So that hour was critical for me to be able to write case notes. But it took this ta-da process. Ta-da! I got this done today. And what it also got to me is to understand that I do want an hour every day to sit down with my family and have a meal. Sometimes it's really important to do things and we just have them in our life and we just don't really pay attention to them. So I feel like I'm running out of time. You're not running out of time. You're using 24 hours just like I am. So we're all using 24 hours up every day. Snap, snap, snap. So find the things that are your things, right? What are you doing? So here it is, ta-da list, not a to-do list. So we're saying, ta-da, it's at the end of the day. And you're going to write down as many things as you can, preferably hour by hour, to just review your mind. And many of you have appointments that you're going to or other things. Some of you are, driving across town and you're listening to a book at the same time, but you're not necessarily giving yourself credit for the fact that, you got another hour in on that novel. So if what you're spending your time doing, one of the things that for those of you who are ingesting a lot of YouTube or how-tos or other things, you're not counting that on your list, but you're going to want to because you also are going to want to capture that knowledge in some way. Some of you are just keeping your brain busy, also so you avoid other things. Part of what you're learning in the 12-week year is you're learning how to keep a promise to yourself. You're learning the promises that you want to make to yourself. And you're also learning the promises you don't want to make to yourself. So a to-do list is one of those things where we just start. We just start. And we start to find out what is the life I'm living right now. And these are the goals that I have, and these are where I want to go. Let me see how much of my time is going towards those things. Some of you may find that any way that you can put information down so that it can be reviewed, that's the secret. That's the secret. You have to be able to write things down and in whatever way you can so that you can use that as a basis to create other change. So you have to do one and then the other and then the other. And that's why I like this little thing. So it's a box of wins. It is very easy to do. I use a 3x5 card. My whole life is on a 3x5 card. And just put it in, throw it in. These are the wins that happened today. And at the end of the year, I can go through this. But this helps me every single day. So you save the list, you review the list, you grade the list sometimes, right? How much of this stuff on this list was towards the things that are the most important to me. And so you're going to look for those clues, and you're going to look for those clues in this list, in this box. You're going to look for these clues for emotional questions. Is this the way I want to use my time? Is this important to me? And sometimes I'll give percentages because I like percentages. What percentage of my day was spent in things that made my day better, that made my life better? What percentage of my day did I give away? What percentage of my day was for sale? And what percentage moved me forward to the person that I want to be? And or the person that I am today? How much of it was spent doing tasks that weren't fulfilling? So when we look at a to-do list, it's a reverse engineering technique. I love it. I use it a lot. You can use it a lot. If you are not able to plan forward, then we're going to plan backwards. And what will happen automatically, you don't have to do a thing, is by just writing out your to-do list, your brain will function a new to-do list because it reviews everything that's done. And because you're brilliant, it will start to unravel all the pieces that aren't done. And you'll end up writing those down too. And you'll end up with a to-do list. And you'll end up with a confirmation list. And you'll end up being able to remember something. And you'll end up being able to go, wow, I got a lot done today. That part, that's the fun. So have a great day. Enjoy your to-do list. I will be excited to see your box of wins because they're fun to have. And I will see you online. Bye. Hopefully, I can see you live. Mm.